Okay, we're going to try this again because I have special needs with tech stuff. But anyway, hey, so I'm Joan Sarita, and this is my Patreon mission. And what I love to do is help people through education and teaching people how to help their animals with animal aromatherapy, and that encompasses a lot of things. But today, when you are a member of my Patreon group, I have special guest people to come on to help give you resources and tell you what they do in the animal aromatic world. Today we have founder Julie Duke. She created the Island Haven Animal Sanctuary up in the San Juans. And she's an amazing gift that we have, a resource with Patreon. And she is a big supporter of me, which I feel honored about. Um, she also had taken many of my classes that I had, but also a lot of other just founder guru animal aromatic people around the globe, and now has become one herself. So she's very well respected in the realm. And she also is involved with AIA, is that how you pronounce it? Which you can talk a little about. But she has done something incredible. She has opened up her own apothecary called Duke Apothecary. And I'm going to be living vicariously through her store. I wish I lived closer so I could work for you. But welcome, Julie. And I can't wait to hear all about your adventures up there.
Thank you, Joni. It's always a pleasure to see you. We don't see you enough.
Yeah.
You've been busy. We're busy. You have
Yeah.
it coming up August 23rd and 24th. Is that your class?
Yeah, Northwest School decided to offer a bundle package, and she likes to do destination places. And so Lola chose our farm. We're doing a 9-day workshop. That's going to be pretty intense, but exciting. And I get to teach my animal aromatherapy part. And I created this one. I thought it'd be perfect because she's teaching a massage practical with dogs and horses. So I decided to create animal aromatics in motion that will
Beautiful.
go along with that. So, but tell me about you. Tell me about you and your farm and opening up your apothecary.
Yeah, so as you know, we started Island Haven 10 years ago. There were 3 horses and 2 alpacas, and it's grown to over 20 horses, 15 goats, 2 cows, and some poultry. We find that those are the animals we can care for best, and just always looking for more ways to support them with their wellness journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that most of them are older, so it's ways to support their health for as long as possible. And a lot of these animals obviously haven't had those options before in their lives. So it's quite rewarding to watch them kind of blossom under these kind of new wellness care practices that we do for them.
So you use integrated medicine up there, like you have a veterinarian that comes, but like,
We do.
do you use herbs or flower essences or hydrosols or essential oils
Yeah,
along
so we
with
we
the
are a firm believer in Western medicine too. We make sure that the animals, you know, we don't always just use natural wormer. We try and we use best practices for picking up manure and things so that the worm loads are lower, the parasite loads and everything. And our vets are supportive of our complementary methods, since we do also support their Western medicine as well. But we do herbs, we do self-selection, the zoo pharmacognosy type herbal offerings for all the animals, the chickens, the goats. We I usually do kind of a buffet of herbs for them so they can try different things. And then the ones that they select, I will then put into we do feed baggies that have their supplements and things. I'll put into their baggies for them for a period of time and then let them reselect again and see if they still need those same herbs or not.
What do you mean by feed baggies? What?
So all the animals have their own care regime, right? Like their own health plan with supplements and um, horses get like a pelleted feed, like
Mhm.
either pelleted just hay or a brand called Haystack that has some other nice stuff added into it. Or if they're older, their senior feed. And then they also get supplements like glucosamine, MSM, things like that. And then their herbs. So we do baggies because we have volunteers that
Mhm.
help care for the animals. We're very fortunate to have a group of almost 20 volunteers that come out in the mornings and afternoons and help us feed and care for the animals. So we prepare baggies that have all those things in them. And then the volunteers just need to put those baggies into their mash buckets and pour
Uh-huh.
water in and make it really nice and yummy for them to keep them hydrated. And then the horses eat that. And so those are the baggies that we create for them. And so the herbs go into those to be fed to the animals. So
Nice, nice.
yeah, and we'll do the water buckets with like different things in them too, so they can select what they need in addition to their normal water. We often do flower essences and therapy corner store. Just trying things out to see what the animals need. It's fascinating.
Mhm.
Goats. What was the last one you gave us? Was it the peony or I can't remember what the last
I
one
can't remember. I was just even going to ask you if you need some more. We can send you 13. We have 13
Wow.
now.
The last one you
Uh,
sent was
I
really
think it, I
meaningful.
think it was the peony.
I think it was peony. There were some goats that had suffered some family losses and a horse too. And I don't know, they just brighten up. They're so interested in smelling it, sometimes tasting the different ones. And it just adds enrichment in their lives. It brightens up their days. It gives them a choice of whether they want to smell something new or not, or experience something new, and then emotionally and physically how it affects them too. So,
Oh, great. I'm so glad to hear that.
yeah.
When I have a question about your apothecary, like, what was your intent on that? And are you gonna like carry things for animals and people, or what are you gonna do? You gonna teach some workshops there?
Yeah, so I created Duke Apothecary and not Duke's. Duke's Apothecary is a lovely herbalist in Georgia. It looks like a fabulous place to get teas and things. Um, but so I created Duke Apothecary without knowing what exactly I was going to do with it, but just that had like Joni, like a dream of like having a space someday.
Yeah.
Um, I make little like gift bags for all the volunteers for Christmas that have different like winter lotion balms and
Mm-hmm.
lip balms and things. I make for the animals, I make all our salves and our hoof clays. And I'm working on a fly stick right now because I want to use my lotion bar ingredients and then put
Oh,
fly stuff in it because fly spray goes away so quickly.
right.
And lotion too, I want to make sure there's nothing like photo sensitive in any of the ingredients. And so
Mm-hmm.
these lotion bars I think are going to be great. And I'm going to put all the fly essential oils in there and try them out. I think
Nice.
and also I'm going to put some sunscreen, some zinc oxide in some of them for the
Mm-hmm.
pink nosed horses.
Right. Yeah. That's really crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
So the apothecary.
yes.
So as you know, a few years ago now, I was diagnosed with cancer, Hodgkin's
Mhm.
lymphoma, and went through chemo and stuff. And during that time, you lose your hair. Your skin's very sensitive, because it's growing new skin, right? Like you're killing off all your cells so everything can regrow without the cancer in it. And I found like this, it was an oil that had honeysuckle in it. And I just would put it all over my head because I'd never not had hair before, right? And so I just put it on and it was just divine. But I ran out and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Mhm.
So I made my own. And then, started making more products for, like I said, for the volunteers, little gift bags. And if my daughter had something she needed, I would make her something, and her
Mhm.
husband now. And finally one day she just came to me and she's like, Mom, we all love your product so much. We won't use anything else. I'm your toner. I'm out. Get me more of it now. And the volunteers would be like, I'm out of that lip balm you gave me. Can you make me more? And my daughter's like, Mom, we just have to do this. You have to do this. And so she really pushed me to really buckle down and
Yeah.
figure out some products that we use, get my certification through the aromatic school of, with
Julie, with Jade Shoots.
yes, Jade Shoots.
Yeah.
Get certified, learn more. I'm always learning
Mhm.
more, like you, Joni. I just completed the Tisserand essential oil safety class, which was,
Nice.
well, that was a lot. That was good though. So yeah, so we started doing a couple booths with our products, and lavender, because I'm co-leasing that lavender field too, because I have all the time in the world to harvest lavender and distill it myself. um, and making products with that. So it's island lavender. And then it started overtaking my house, right? Like I have a guest house with a kitchen that I can do it all in, that everything's clean and sanitary and
Hmm.
everything, but
Hmm.
it's everywhere. And so a little space became available. It's almost 300 square feet in this little business center that we have on the island, that offers kind of a lower rent for small businesses to get started. And so we did it. We took the leap. We signed the lease. We're painting it. And so we'll have a little storefront, and then the space in back will be for formulating and also for classes,
Mm,
because Joni
nice.
has inspired me as a teacher. Um, I find that's a nice way to give back to the community too, and help more animals and more people. Because the more we spread the word, the more it normalizes what we're doing. It's not woo-woo, it's
Yeah.
not, a
Hmm.
pyramid scheme, you know,
Right. Right.
multi-level marketing. It's just
Yes.
trying to help people and animals. Because at first I was just trying to help animals, but people are such a big part of the animals' lives,
They
of course.
are. They
And
are.
so if we can help the owners and their animals, I feel like we can do more for everyone. So yeah.
Well, that's great. And thank you for saying that, because I mean that's what I this whole thing is about, is being able to have people like you carry on the legacy. And I'm really proud that you're doing this. It's an honor. When you help people or animals, do you also incorporate your massage background sometimes, or
Not
depend?
for people. I don't touch people, but
Yeah.
but animals, I feel like that's always there. And so like you, it's more of a holistic, like big picture,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not just like one essential oil or one herb. It's looking at the holistic profile, the big picture. And yeah, I just massaged a beautiful horse, a friend's horse yesterday, because the county fair is going to be going on here this week. And
Oh.
she wanted to get him a massage before the fair, to get him all in shape and ready to go. And it's just such an honor to be able to do that and have people reach out and want that for their
Mhm.
horses. That now that's become more of a thing, even in our small community, not just like in the show world and things where
Right.
these do make a difference. So I feel like that's always going to be a part of it. It's kind of impossible for me to work with an animal and also not touch it. Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're really tight in your back. You know what I mean? I remember when Lola used to, you would do that. I'd be like, how do they know that? But I think, once you do it enough, you're like, oh gosh, well, can I just like touch your animal right there, please?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes it's and that's the greatest thing about aromatics too. I mean, that's kind of that one of the, I mean, the famous story about Lola and I working on that rogue horse. I mean, all we couldn't touch him. I mean, all we had
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
aromatics, and then that allowed everything to progress from there. But another thing is sometimes horses or animals or people, they don't want to be touched, but
That's
they
true.
want to be nourished. And sometimes inhalation with the aromatics just stimulates that limbic system in the brain and the memory part, or boy, it just allows the central nervous system to kind of open up and allow more well, how do I say it? It really even makes the bioenergetic fields around any species. It raises them, kind of like, you know, the battery's kind of dying, and you got to find what meridian or what chakra or what bioenergetic pathway is blocked, and then sometimes those aromatics will help spin those reels and kind of bring that vibration up. And I've seen it so many times.
That's exactly where I was going to go with it, with the energy, just
Mhm.
having it around them just changes, something shifts, right? And you can feel that,
Uh-huh.
see that shift. You watch the heads droop and enter their parasympathetic nervous
The eyes.
system. Yeah, the eyes get soft, and yeah, and then it allows for more healing energy
Mm-hmm.
because then they're not so guarded, right? Sometimes too.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Lets
exactly.
them open up to the process and the trust too that goes with that.
Now, are you going to be making any flower essences?
You know, I made a couple playing around, but I like to use yours. And what was it? Oh, Avena Botanicals had some really nice ones.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I think I'll leave that to the masters.
Yes. I know the Flower Essence Society, they have a whole slew of just really interesting ones, and they're really big on teaching that. And of course, um, you know, the batch flower, or Americans say Bach flower, but
Yeah.
um, you know, that old standard. But they do come in handy for sure. Now, are
They
you
do,
going to be
they're so
doing,
gentle, you know what I mean? They're
yeah,
so
yeah.
gentle, like hydrosols.
Mm-hmm,
You know, if we go there with that, the hydrosols and the flower essences, they're so gentle,
mm-hmm.
and they just kind of help open those doors too, I feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, so, I mean, I could see you probably expanding in this, and bringing other people that have gifts of healing into your world of aromatics. Um, Maybe one day you'll explode and have a couple of healing rooms where you can do energy work in them, or touch or whatever with your work. But like, if I was to come to your apothecary and I had like an emotional issue I wanted to kind of work on, and I felt that you could create a blend for me. Is that available at your apothecary?
It is. It's actually available on our website. We're doing bespoke packages, so custom made
Oh,
packages for
nice.
people.
Yeah.
Uh,
So how
because
could we get a
your own
hold
therapy
of
pack.
how can we get a hold of you? What is your website? And
It is
yeah,
dukeapothecary.com.
okay, that's easy enough.
Try to keep it
And
simple.
I'll list it down on all the information
Great,
for you
great.
so people can do that. That's great. And you have all your, right now, what you offer is on the website then.
Yeah, and I'm developing new products as we go along
Mhm.
based on, well, lavender, a lot of lavender
Mhm.
because I have that whole field. And
Yeah.
I feel like I had the gas chromatic spectrum test
Yes.
ran on it, and it's actually really high in linalool,
Oh,
which
really?
is the calming effect of lavender.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm
so
very
that's
excited
really
about that.
good. What is it, lavender grossa or lavender
It's
grossofolia?
grasso. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah,
something
I know
about,
that's great for the respiratory.
yeah, it does have that little bit of camphor from the spike lavender that is combined with the English. So
So what makes it higher in Lananol where you are?
I
Do you
don't
know?
know.
Is it
We're not at
soil based?
elevation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it was
Yeah.
super interesting. I was so surprised and excited.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Um, so yeah, I'll definitely put that down so everybody can get a hold of you.
And I
And
need to send you some.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Did try
I would be happy to get them. That's awesome. So is there anything else that you'd like to add for
Yeah,
like what
I was gonna say
what's
when we were talking about energy work, we just
yeah.
had the healing sound bath come out. A woman named Helen Halverson here on the
Mm,
island does sound baths with the big crystal bowls. And she brought
wow.
them out to the sanctuary and did a sound bath for the animals. And it was,
Hmm.
and for us too, everybody, of course, sitting there experienced the healing properties of it. And it was so fun to watch the animals react. Like at first they're like, oh, you're gonna kill us with those bowls, And then they really got into it.
Wow. That's great. So that you're gonna possibly bring that to the apothecary?
Well, we can do stuff like that out at the sanctuary.
Uh,
I have a friend that does tunings,
yes.
sports, and
Hmm.
things like that. So we do that there. But yeah, hopefully once we get the apothecary going, we can have guest teachers come up and do stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
We'll finally get you
That's
up to the
great.
island, Joni.
Yeah. I've been wanting to come for a really long time, so this might be the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, can you can you give our viewers some like in your head a bit of knowledge of, and it doesn't even have to be with aromatics, but something that you would like people to uh, maybe be enlightened by, your thoughts, like a sentence or how you feel or a power statement or advice um, today with what's going on. Do you have anything to say about that?
I would say to, especially in regards to your animals, because I know that's a lot of your Patreon is people with their animals and how to help them. Is just always trust your instincts and always advocate for them. You know them best. Believe what you're feeling and go with it.
Wow, that's pretty cool because we have a lot of tendency to doubt ourselves.
We
And
do.
so we need to tap into our more shamanistic type of, heart at that point.
I
So,
think whenever we do that, when we're our true selves and believing what we're feeling, we help we help them more.
yeah. Well, thank you so much, Julie. I hope that you'll come on again and you can share a bit more of what's going to be going on, because I know that you also have your fundraisers, and your apothecary would be a perfect place to hold some of those physical items and sell them through your website too to raise money. And I would be happy to donate uh, our 13 essential flower essences to raise money for your sanctuary as well. So
Beautiful. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. We're doing, our apothecary, but it all goes back to the animals in one way or another.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you. All
Thank you.
right, everybody. So if you need to get a hold of Julie and you want to learn more about what she's doing up at her sanctuary or her new apothecary called dukeapothecary.com is her website. And she has a whole menu there. You can reach her there or at the sanctuary. And
Islandhaven.org.
islandhaven.org. Yes, great. Well, we'll see you and talk to you soon. And thank you so much for being you and doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Joni.